Lactuca sativa, commonly known as lettuce, is one of the most valuable crops in the U.S. In 2011, Lactuca sativa was a $2.4 billion crop. This may surprise some people, as many may not think of lettuce as such a popular crop. Lettuce is part of the Compositae family, which also includes daisies, sunflowers, chrysanthemums, and more. The life cycle of lettuce starts as a germinating seed, which then moves into a young seedling. It then goes into the rosette stage, also known as head formation. The rosette stage is usually where harvest occurs. Next is the reproductive cycle, which starts with bolting, where we then go into the seed ripening stage. Overall, lettuce germinates at 66.4 degrees Fahrenheit to 66.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Lettuce is also very sensitive to photoperiod and will flower differently depending on the time of year and the location. There are three main breeding methods for lettuce. They are backcrossing, single seed descent, and the pedigree method. To choose the proper breeding method, Dr. Sandoya often looks at the situation and chooses the best possible choice. This choice often depends on the genetics and traits that you are searching for, but most often the pedigree method is used. The main lettuce types used in both Dr. Sandoya's Florida lettuce program and those around the U.S. are romaine, but specifically, Dr. Sandoya also delves into the iceberg and butterhead varieties. Lettuce varieties like the leaf types and chicories are not as often bred for, as they are a more niche variety. The most important traits bred for in Lactuca sativa are disease resistance, morphology, and specifically for Florida, heat tolerance. But by a large margin, the most important traits are those of disease resistance. The biggest and most troublesome disease in Florida is bacterial leaf spot, while throughout the U.S. it is lettuce downy mildew. Morphological traits are often driven by the market or the customer. One example is as said here by Dr. Sandoya. 10 to 20 years ago, the market was mostly iceberg lettuce. With plant breeding always moving forward in your breeding methods and the technology you use, because of this, we must look to the future, and lettuce is no exception. As according to Dr. Sandoya, he believes breeding programs will start moving into breeding for traits that complement growing in new environments, such as vertical farming, hydroponics, aquaponics, high tunnels, and greenhouse production. He himself is currently moving his program into lettuce protective structures and is testing lines in the above new environments.